What's
Top
up,
rapper.
everybody? Welcome to the 3200 podcast, and this is our review show. Hey, man, and today, no lie, man, I really hate the people at Billboard. No lie, I'm just gonna keep it real. These people, they made their top 100, top 50 rap list, and I thought it was horrible. And I didn't think it could get worse until they made their 50 greatest rap groups of all time list. So that's what we're going to be. You can tell how excited and how much well, we're going to talk about it, man, because they got some people on here that's in the wrong order. That some of us believe are in the wrong order. There's probably some people on this list that we believe shouldn't be on the list at all. So we're going to talk about it, man. Let's go through this list, man. We got Leo in here, and then we got Jonathan. It's hot, but hell is hot. Hey, Jonathan, man, if your pastor don't say that this weekend, man, you need to switch church, man. I think every pastor gonna use that line this week.
Hey, shout out to DMX, man. That's DMX.
So man, what do y'all? I don't even know where to start on this. Let's start top 10. Let's start top 10, and I want y'all to tell me who doesn't belong in the top 10. We just keep it that way. We'll start that way. We'll start with 10. Number 10, they got The Roots. Then they got De La Soul, Salt and Pepper, Eric B. and Rakim, Public Enemy, Run DMC, Tribe Called Quest, NWA, Wu-Tang Clan, and Outkast is number 1. Is anyone in that top 10 that should not be in the top 10?
I don't feel like it. I feel like the top 10 is about right. I'm cool with the list in the top 10, and with the top 10, I feel like you can probably move around a couple of them, but I don't feel like there's nobody in that top 10 that you couldn't give a valid argument as to why they shouldn't be in that top 10.
Well, you got to tell me why The Roots belong in the top 10.
The Roots? Are you for real? The Roots?
The Roots are dope, but they're not top 10 dope to me, man. They're not top 10.
We'll get to it because I want to see who on the rest of that list is better than The Roots.
I'm looking at the list. I got UGK over The Roots, man. I got Bone Thugs and Harmony over The Roots, man.
How you got Bone Thugs and Harmony over The Roots? They don't even, a lot of words that they rap wasn't even words.
Huh?
A lot of the words that they rap, you didn't know that? Like, they was kind of like, yeah, we kind of sing with it. That's why I was like, boom, 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 boom.
But it was dope. Like, I can't say the lyrics, but I can give you a piece of their lyrics, man. I can't give you nothing The Roots, man.
Come on, man.
I can't give you that. Even their best song, the one with Erykah Badu, I can give you the chorus, but I can't tell you what Black Thought. I can't go word for word.
That's your fault because you don't listen to that. That ain't got nothing to do with everybody else and how they feel about The Roots.
It was great.
Whatever, man. Who else you say shouldn't be in that list?
You don't have UGK over The Roots?
Over The Roots?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
What? 8 Ball, MJG over The Roots?
Mm-mm.
What?
Nah. And I love my South.
Roots for me, man. Roots would be the only one. I would probably switch the order around. Like number 1, you can pretty much argue just about anybody number 1. I would take a few different people at number 1. I wouldn't argue with you. Like, I can't argue out there. Same thing, NWA, Wu-Tang. You probably have them 3 in any type of order. I wouldn't debate it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think The Roots is probably the only one up there. Like,
You surprised me by saying the
even
Roots. I
Salt and
thought you was
Pepper.
going to say, because I
I
know
would
when
probably
they
put
was
them
talking about it on something else, they said Salt and Pepper, but I was like, Salt and Pepper actually did bring a lot to the rap game. Even you gotta think about it, they was the first ones talking about safe sex as far as like female perspective, and a couple other songs that they did from the female perspective was just, was just dope. So them being up there to me is cool, but I feel like the number order that they have is good to me. The people that they got in there.
Here's the thing. I'm at number 8, and guess what Kid and Play is at? It's 43. To me, they kind of in the same range. Like wherever you put Salt and Pepper at on the list, Kid and Play should be
Nah,
right
nah,
there.
nah. Because Kid and Play, they stuck to just party. They stuck to kind of party and stuff like that. Where I know what you're thinking. Like Salt and Pepper did a lot of party stuff, but you gotta think about Salt and Pepper did a lot of the one song "Get Up," "Respect Yourself." Um, "It's Your Thing" was a different what you call it. That was more of a party thing. "It's Your Thing." I give you that. Nah, it kind of had dope lyrics. Um, what else they had? Did I say let's talk about sex?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, they was talking about safe sex at that time, and that was a big deal. So a lot of things that they talk about was a big deal. They first album when they first came out, it wasn't like party stuff. It wasn't party stuff. They was like really rapping, and stuff like that. So they did a couple of the party hits to get the party thing going, but they also did have they was a little more I don't know what to say. They was just different than Kid and Play. Kid and Play was just straight party. Let's talk about
Who
party
on this list? You
girls.
got the list in front of you?
Yeah.
Who on this list should feel disrespected from this list? Where they sitting at?
Oh, a whole bunch of people. Anybody under the
Who you looking
Migos
at?
should feel
I'm telling you.
disrespected. And the Migos is number 11.
Yeah, I don't know how they put me. Look,
They
I
put the
give
Migos before
Migos.
Fuji.
I give Migos this. I
They
give
put
Migos.
Migos before Naughty by Nature. They put Migos before Beastie Boys and Mobb Deep. UGK. They put
Yeah, UGK, Bone. A lot.
Yeah, they put anybody
Migos should
behind.
be
They
closer
put
to
Migos
14.
before Clips.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. So before Black Star,
Should they, in your opinion, should Migos be on the list?
nah.
See, I
Or
disagree
if
with
they
that.
are on
I
the
say they
list, they
make the
should be
list.
closer to the 50.
They should be closer to flow to match theirs. It's kind of like when Bone came out. Then all of a sudden, everybody started want to rap fast. You know what I mean? Like Migos came out and they came out with their style. It was catchy that everybody wanted to grab that.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I agree with you. Closer to the 50, though. Closer to the 50. I wouldn't have put them
Closer
at
to the
11.
50. Yeah.
I wouldn't have put them at
Yeah, I
11.
think Bone Thugs, UGK, I think they disrespected them real bad, man.
Yeah.
They put them at 20, 21, Ghetto Boys too at 28. Like a lot of these groups
Yeah.
grew up listening to Ghetto Boys. Like, how are they so far so low?
Yeah. Turk got upset with the Hot Boys. I had to do a little research with that because I didn't really when the Hot Boys was out, I didn't really think of the Hot Boys as an actual group. I just thought of them like Wayne, Turk, BG and Juvie. You know what I mean? So I really didn't look at them as a group. So, but about where they at is I don't really have a problem with about where they at. So they should be somewhere around there because I don't feel like they're top 10.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
So I don't get that to, but yeah, a lot of these I'm with you. I don't understand how some of the people who say they grew up on these people is below them. And then they got two groups on there that I'm just like, I don't even know why they in there. Well, they got more than two.
Which okay, I tell you, my number one group that should not make the list is City Girls. Like I don't see what kind of contribution they did or why they even made top 50 lists. They're not top 50 group.
I agree. I agree with that. I don't feel like City Girls is 50 yet. Um no. Um I don't feel like Hieroglyphics and Little Brother should be on the list. Not in the top 50.
Hieroglyphics. I'm not gonna lie. I don't listen to hieroglyphics, but I know they got a huge following, man. Like dang near like Wu-Tang following. I know there's some people listening
That's
to them
cool,
heavy,
but
man.
when you're thinking about Billboard and the top 50, which hieroglyphic song was in the top was on Billboard? What?
You're right, you're right.
Yeah, and that's what I this
You're
list
right.
is really weird because some of the groups, like you said, and some of the places where they have them at, I'm like, what are y'all counting? Are y'all counting how many times it was on Billboard? Maybe that's why the Migos was no, because you would have had some other
Well, it
groups up
can't
there
be that
too. Some
because
of the bigger
you know Sugar Hill. I don't think Sugar Hill Gang or Grandmaster Flash. I don't think they ever made like a Billboard. Because
no,
rappers
they
still knew.
didn't.
I'm pretty sure they didn't know what. Yeah,
Yeah, they didn't. So I don't know how they came up with the list, but a lot of people in places. You got EPMD way down there, Goody Mob way down there,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
A lot of people. You got Black
Like
Star behind City
Down
Girls.
Productions. I didn't really. Yeah, I don't know.
Black Star behind City Girls. And all of them is behind Migos.
Yeah,
But like you said, I feel like Migos should have been in there, but I feel like the number where they got them at is kind of high. Um it's it's a weird list. It's a weird list. I'm fine, like I said, I'm fine with their top 10, but anything after 10, y'all done effed up.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I think Billboard does this to piss
yeah.
people off.
I think so. I don't know who's
Got Boogie Down Productions behind. Oh my god.
yeah, I don't even really know why they're on the list at all. I mean, everybody know KRS, but no, I don't think nobody looked at Boogie Down Productions as a group.
Yeah, that's kind of weird because I remember Boogie, like you said, Boogie Down Productions, but I didn't remember anybody else who rapped. But KRS One. Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's because you had DJ Scott LaRock and D Nice.
Yeah, D-Nice.
So
Okay.
you had pretty much like two DJs, and because they got the groups or whatever, it's like they got DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince, so that was a group. So that's why Boogie Down Productions.
But I still don't see why they made the list.
When you
They should
think
have
when you
stuck
think about
Timberland and
KRS
Magoo on
One and
there,
what he
man.
gives,
Timberland Magoo, up jumps the boogie, boogie.
Timberland that Magoo. You could have put them on there, man. Some of these names on here, Ray Sherman,
Yeah,
Sherman or whatever, got
they
them
were
on there
dope.
before
I don't.
Black Star.
They should be closer to 50. They were dope, but they should be closer to 50.
Yeah, I put them past 50. Too Digital Underground wasn't on here. You could have took
Yeah, yeah.
hieroglyphics off and put Digital Underground in there.
Two Live Crew.
They had Yin Yang Twins, and I don't know about where they put Yin Yang Twins. They put them closer to 50,
They
but
got
still.
groups on here that they got groups on here that was dope, but they just ain't get the time. You know what I mean? They ain't just really get the like Little Brother. They were dope. If I'm putting them in the top 50.
I don't even know one song that Lil Brothers did, and even after
Little Brother.
I did a Wikipedia thing with him, I still don't know. You was like, didn't you enter? I did not introduce you to Lil Brother because I don't know none of their songs. But when I look at this,
Little Brother, my
but when I look at this, I'm thinking Billboard. That's the look that I'm giving them. I'm not thinking about what I feel is dope. I'm thinking about Billboard. You know what I would think Billboard would put on here. And when I think of what Billboard would put on here, is like a lot of groups are missing.
Yeah. Well,
and then they got other
50 greatest rap groups of all time. I want them in order for what you think is the greatest to the not so greatest. You know what I mean? And you telling me 50 greatest of all time, we talking about GOAT. We talking about GOAT rap groups. There's about 10 of them that should be on this.
Yeah, I agree. Cause then you also gotta look, man, like you said, these groups should be filled with people who changed the game, who came to the game and did something to change it or something, you know what I mean? In a different kind of way. Because I remember when Run DMC not Rev Run, but what's his name? The other guy, he said the first time, because I think he said it was touring overseas and he came back to New York and he was in the car with his boy. And the first time he heard Eric B and Rakim, he was like, the game done changed. You know what I mean? So that's what you would be thinking as far as GOAT status. To me, it's like, what does this group to change the game? What did they do to change it? Like you said, Migos can be on that list because they did that, but I don't feel like they should be the top.
No, not
Cypress Hill should be a higher to me than Migos. Because the crazy and the craziest thing about Cypress Hill, because I even heard LL Cool J said he thought Cypress Hill was from New York, and they West Coast. Yeah, so you know you that's what you're looking at when you talk about GOAT and groups. What they did, to change the game. That would be my top 50. How did the top 50 groups have changed the game? But I don't feel like they did with this list.
No. We finally got
maybe in the top 10.
What you think, John? Man? We talked about. Go ahead.
Yeah, the top 10. I can say all of them changed the game in some type of way. Even Salt and Pepper. I know
even the Roots.
Turk was talking about.
Even the Roots.
Yeah, because the Roots was doing it with a real band.
Yeah, they brought that live band jazz. They made it cool to be like smooth rap, but not like commercial, like cool like that.
Yeah.
But not that they were very influential. I mean, how many groups you really can say the drummer had a play, and he's been in movies, to the Chappelle show, so they all were influential. Now Bone Thugs was as well too.
They're great, not top 10.
Yeah, Bone Thugs was also. Nobody's ever gonna be another. There's never gonna be another Bone Thugs. That's just not gonna happen. Ain't nobody.
You think? This is me and Leo was arguing. You think the Roots got more influence than Bone Thugs?
Hold on. I don't know. You went chopper style on me. What happened?
He said, "Do you think the Roots have more influence than Bone Thugs?" And I told him he never really listened to the Roots.
On hip hop, And Bone Thugs.
It just depends what era. 90s is gonna be Bone Thugs. I think. It depends on what part of
as a whole. Who influenced hip hop more? Bone Thugs or the Roots?
Nobody going to do the Roots. Nobody, like Jonathan said, nobody is doing Bone Thugs with that bound, 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 bound. Nobody is doing the Roots with this live band. They did it and they do it. You know, who else is doing a doggone, what other rap group has done a TV show?
Bone Thugs had one of the greatest rappers trying to do they flow like him. He had Biggie out there. He had Biggie out there trying to rap fast. Like when Bone Thugs start rapping fast, and all of a sudden everybody else.
But you can't say Bone Thugs is
I'm rapping fast too.
You can't say Bone Thugs is the fastest because Twista is faster than all of them.
I ain't saying
Twista has the
I'm just saying
Twista actually.
There was nobody rapping fast until Bone Thugs came out.
Twista was already
nobody rapping fast until Bone Thugs came out.
No, he was already rapping fast. He went by Tongue Twister, but nobody had noticed him yet. Bone added a kind of singing to it. And that's what they'll tell you. If you watch a little about them, they'll tell you they was like singing.
But I mean, I guess this is how I'm gonna break the tiebreaker. I would only have to put Bone Thugs before because they actually was a guest on what's the name with 3 6 Mafia on Versus. So they had to have some kind of influence. That's the only reason why. But I mean, who's gonna compete against the Roots though?
Yeah.
Who's gonna compete?
That's exactly what I was about to say. Nobody want that thought.
Who's gonna watch Thought? Nobody. I don't think nobody want Black Thought. People scared of the Roots.
Nobody want Black Thought.
Black Thought.
I just don't know who they can even put. It's like the Busta Rhymes and Missy Elliott. That's the only two that can kind of be on that Versus. Because they have their own lane. But I mean, you're mad at the Roots. What about De La Soul?
I ain't mad at the Roots. I just don't think Roots should be in the top 10. They can still make the list, not the top 10.
Why De La Soul?
I like De La Soul. What are you talking about, cuz?
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying on the top 10.
Yeah, De La Soul should
top 10, top 10 all of them. But
I just noticed they were on that top 10 list. They should be top 10.
But I mean, they all have their own signature lane.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you can say on all of them, and they all had a wave in some time of their era. If it's NWA, Wu-Tang Clan, De La Soul, Roots,
Tribe Called Quest,
on the Outkast, Tribe Called Quest. They all had they all were influential in some type of way. But when we go down the list, I mean, some of these cats shouldn't even be up here yet because I mean, Migos ain't even. I mean, they didn't even last long. They lasted 2-3 albums. I don't even know how many albums. I don't listen to them, so they have interest.
They shouldn't be that high.
They do have influence. Yeah, they do have influence. I'm not gonna say that because they do. They be on it. I was doing that little bag alert, made that bag. That got stuck in my head. So, but them City Girls, come on, man. And then Turk, to me, he didn't even acknowledge that they on there twice. As a record label, Hot Boys, because Hot Boys ain't no group really. And then Big Timers. So,
Big Timers was a different group. Big Timers was just your boy
Manny Fresh and
Manny and
Baby Ball. Yeah, Baby. But I mean, they were
Manny and
actually
Baby
a
was
group
big time.
though, and they actually had a couple of albums, I think. But Hot Boys, how many albums they had?
They had 3.
They actually had 3. I don't even remember.
They actually had 3 albums. I had to look it up.
Oh, okay.
Because I felt the same way
okay.
you felt. I was like, I didn't really look at them like that.
I guess because No Limit had so many albums and they had those compilations at the same time.
Yeah.
So because the only group in No Limit was True.
Yeah.
Cash Money.
Yeah, I know. But Cash Money and No Limit, they was coming out at the same time.
Yeah.
So I guess that's why I really didn't look at the Hot Boys as a group, because I seen the No Limit compilations and their only group was True.
Yeah. That's the way I felt. Because I was like, you had Juvie, all of them had their own record or whatever out. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, that list is pretty insane, man. But yeah, Run DMC, Public Enemy, Air B. I mean, all of them had and this is my thing. I get we gotta pay homage to some of these artists, but I don't know, man. To me, to put somebody in the top 50, and I ain't throwing shots at nobody, but I don't hear anybody sampling like Grandmaster Flash, and all that type of stuff, or some of these people that's on here.
Bro, you
Boogie Down,
tripping, man. How many times
Boogie Down Productions
have you heard me get it? Push me because I'm close to the people sampled that.
Yeah, that one time, Puff Daddy.
No, Ice Cube did too.
Okay,
check yourself before you wreck yourself. They use that sample, the same sample.
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
That beat.
What did he do?
Hey,
come on.
And they're the originators, man. You gotta have the originators on there.
And
man.
yeah, you said people in their own lane and
Boogie
started.
Down Productions. Down Productions is a record label. That's a record label, man.
We talked about that. Boogie Down was, and the way they got Boogie Down into a group was because of rapper and DJs. So it was 2 DJs and a rapper. Which
now what about the hieroglyphics?
Isaac was down with the hieroglyphics. I was not. I didn't understand how they made the list.
Hieroglyphics, and like even Jurassic 5 did. The hieroglyphics and Jurassic 5, like they're underground, but they got a big following, man. It's almost like Tech 9, something like Tech 9. Underground people know Tech 9, but Tech 9 ain't making no Billboard list, so you ain't seeing his videos. But everybody
which is weird that they're on the Billboard list.
Yeah, but that's kind of like hieroglyphics is. Like hieroglyphics got a huge following, but it's just.
So what did they do to move hip hop?
The underground. I don't know. I don't listen to hieroglyphics. I couldn't really tell. I know they got a big following.
Oh man, you ain't even listen to an album.
Nah, I don't listen to it, but I know they got a big listen to it.
He liked them at Little Brother. He liked Little Brother too, probably because he is.
Yeah, Little Brother is dope. I dare you to listen to Little Brother album. I bet you love
did
him.
listen to one of their songs, and I was just like, not top 50.
They
Little Brother, not top 50.
They not top 50, but they dope. Little Brother super dope.
The early
Now hold on. Was
that's who they worked with.
Okay, yeah. Goody Mob was on there, yeah. Okay, I was just about to say, was Goody Mob on there?
Yep.
Yeah. Because see, like I can deal with Yin Yang Twins. A lot of people, hating on Yin Yang Twins. I can deal with the Yin Yang. They they were influential. They did their thing. It was not supposed to be about lyrics.
I feel like Black Star should have been higher than Yin Yang Twins, though.
Well, I mean,
but on your case, like you said, that Billboard chart, like Black Star really wasn't making the Billboard chart, man. Yin Yang Twins was on there a lot.
I gotta look back through the to see, but I think a couple of songs may have actually crept through. But you know why Black Star wasn't making that. You know what I mean? They was hitting the hip hop heads, but just because of Black Star and their subject matter, they not
same as hieroglyphics. Same as hieroglyphics.
Man, Yin Yang Twins.
You ain't even listen to none stuff.
Yeah. You're talking about same as hieroglyphics. Same as hieroglyphics. Look, I read the DSR before hieroglyphics.
Black Star kind of.
I read the Charlie Boy and Tum Tum and all them before hieroglyphics.
No, you gotta listen to hieroglyphics, man. You gotta listen to hieroglyphics.
You ain't listen to it.
I've heard.
Actually, for Black Star,
I know they're following. I follow.
They actually their album made number 53 on the peak on the charts in their first album in '98.
Who? Black Star?
Yeah. A couple of songs, Definition, Respiration, featuring Common.
I'm pretty sure Yin Yang made it higher.
Yin Yang Lil Jon, man. Come on, man.
A whisper song. Yeah. You got all, yeah.
You gotta have it. 3, 9. Yeah. Yeah. and they handicap. So see what I'm saying?
Yeah, you should knock them up a couple of notches for that. That's probably why they was above Black Star, because one was handicapped. But they still put City Girls before Black Star.
Yeah, I think both of them was. I think one of them arm was messed up and the other one leg was messed up. So if you ever go back on their videos, you'll see one arm is like behind his back, and then the other one doing a lot of like that. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, man. Doing their thing. Still doing their thing too.
I got you. I don't feel like Slum Village should have. I like Slum Village, but I don't feel like they should have been in the top 50.
And see, it made it feel like we don't have a lot of rap hip hop groups.
Yeah. Or either that they're not influential.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it is what it is.
It is what it is. It is what it is. So let us know, man. Let us know what you think, man. Hieroglyphics, man. I need y'all to send y'all hate mail to Leo and Jonathan, man. Let them know what the high road is about, man. Let them know what the hieroglyphics is about.
Hey,
we gonna
got no type.
Listen, we're gonna do all this. Listen to hieroglyphics, and we're listening to Little Brother, and we're listening to some Lil Bootsy. Man, I got it all on the playlist, man. We go ride.
You gonna get. I'm gonna drive myself. Yeah, I drive myself. I'll pay for my gas and my parking.
Listen, they were dope, man. They were dope. Now let us know who you got. Who you think, man? Did Billboard get it right, or did they F up again, man? Did they?
What Lil Bootsy and Webby?
Lil Bootsy and Webby should have been on there, man. They could make the top 50, man.
Wipe me down.
Let us know, man. DJ, what's it name? DJ Fad? Is that the name? Was that the name of the group? JJ
Fad, the girl Supersonic. Oaktown.
Yeah, man, they should have made this. Yeah. But let us know who you got on your list, man, and let us know, man. Smash up the comments, man. Appreciate y'all watching. We'll see you next time here on
Peace.
Sonic. I love it.
We need the top 50 R&B groups. What's that gonna look like?